Hello again, this is Mark with Evo Ballistics, and in this video I'll show you the Weapon Test Certificate module on the EB Mark I and how to use it to create your own certificates. As usual, we start with the analytics modules here, and we select the tile labeled Weapon Test Certificate. As you can see here, on the left side you have your general information, and on the right side you would see your individual shots that were shot for the certificate. Right now we have the input values for our last certificate that we have created, and in order to create a new one we press the Clear Entries button down here, and then we can input whatever we like here. For example, just test certificate. Then we can input our date that we have created the weapon for, or when we are doing the testing. Then we can input the lot number for the ammunition. And then we have to select what kind of test shooting we do. We have three different options here. The first one is a regular multi-shot plus system, which just selects a series of individual shots. Then we have the option for a full automatic test, or a combination of the two, where you get first a couple of individual shots, as many as you like, and then you get a burst of a round to get the rate of fire of the weapon. We just select the regular multi-shot for now. Next up we have the velocity columns. So if you have selected the option where you will see the different individual shots, this will show you the velocities at any one of these distances. You can add another two optional columns here that we can turn on for different velocities here, but these can also be turned off, as you can see. On the right side we have a setup option for our certificate, and this allows us to input, for example, individual images. So on the top right hand corner this might be your company logo or whatever you like in the top, and then you have a background image that will be basically a print in the background behind the certificate. Next up you have the section selection. You have the multi-shot table. This will just show every shot individually with its velocity values. Or you can have the target rings similar to the dispersion radius module, which will show how the different shots will compare in group sizes basically. On the right here you can then select what kind of diameters you want for the rings, and so you can completely customize your certificate here. In the bottom right you have the distance to the target for the target rings, because you will get up to 3 different ring systems for this module here. Lastly, you have a print preview button here, which will just create a test file as a PDF. Lastly, you get the notes here that you please only input PNGs or SVG files. Now, the way we use this is we cannot actually, when we select the shots here, we cannot select a series initially. Instead, what we have to do is we use the arming button down here to create our shots in the certificate here ourselves. Because the certificate is a certificate and not just a report, you can only select from shots that were done in the certificate itself, in the module here. For this you have the arming button down here. Once you press the arming button, it won't allow me yet because I have still not input all the relevant information, but when I press the arming button I can then take as many shots as I like, and these will show up here on the right side and allow me to select these shots individually, but it will always tell me how many shots I did for the certificate and how many will be displayed. You can always create a new series here, so you don't just shoot into the previous series, but you are not able to select shots that were shot previously before opening the certificate option here. Whenever you have finished the shooting, the certificate will not be yet fully available, because each shot done in the multi-shot mode will still have to be analyzed. And up here you can see all previous certificates that we have done on this EB Mark I, and you see different options here. This download button means this certificate has been fully created and can now just be downloaded. So if I click on this, you can see that a download has been started, and I can just open this file again now. If this symbol is indicated here, that means the shots have still not been processed, because they still have to be analyzed. If I press on this, it will ask me if I would like to process the 2 shots that are in this certificate, but I won't do this now. Finally, we have this symbol, which indicates that the shots have been processed, but I'm just going to select one of these now. So you can see this is where the shots then are selected, and I can still unselect certain shots. So you can see you get your velocity and the distance from the current average from all selected shots. So if I select both of them, we of course have the same average here. Finally, I then press the print button. In that case, I won't be able to modify this certificate afterwards. And this is basically how you operate the weapon test certificate. The weapon test certificate is a very unique feature, because it allows you to give basically your client or whoever requests a certificate a fully reliable certificate which cannot be tampered with. Everyone who receives one of these certificates understands that this certificate was done properly. You cannot modify it. And this is why the certificate option is such a great module.